In this help video, I'm going to look at the new feature that's been added to Power Music Professional in the April 2021 update. That new feature is auto paging, and it's used in chord charts or chord sheets to help format them for the best possible display on screen. The size of the text used in a chord sheet is determined by two things. It's determined by the longest line in the song and the number of lines in a page of the song. By using these values, Power Music calculates the best size of font to display the chord sheet on screen. There's two settings which can affect this, and I'll just briefly show you these settings. If you go into Tools and go to Settings and then choose Page Turning, there are two settings in here. One is the maximum font size used. Now, this is set to 36 point, which is normally the largest font size you would want for a chord sheet. If maybe you are visually impaired or you've got a very big screen or something you want to display larger than that, then you can increase the size of the maximum font used. I would just leave that at 36. The second one is more important. This one determines the number of lines on a page before it warns you that it's going to be too many lines on the page. At the moment it's set to 37, but since I'm going to be using this in a full HD screen, I'm going to increase this to 40, which is also a good size to use if you're going to then move your chord sheets from Power Music Professional onto the iPad app. So I'll put that up to 40 and I'll save that. Okay, let's now look then at auto paging in action. So I'm going to put a new song in. And what I have down here in Notepad is a song that I've put into Notepad. Select all that and copy all that, and then I'm going to select chord sheet and paste it in here. So here is the song that I'm going to show auto paging working. Now this is deliberately a ridiculous song. It's got some very long lines here at the start, and it's got a very long chord line here, and it's also got a large number of lines in the song. If I was simply to preview this as it stands, I get the warning that I've got 58 lines. So if I go ahead and do it, you'll see that really that's not quite readable. It's far too small because there's far too many lines on the screen. Now I could fix that by putting a page break in somewhere, let's say here. So let's do that. So press Escape or click up in the corner to come out of here. And let's go in to, after the chorus, I'll do it in here. Put in a page break, and I need to have the 2 pages per screen now. So I'll do that, and if I now preview it, you'll see it's still unreadable, this time because the length of this line here is far too long, so we need to split this line. We could do this manually. It's very easy to split a line of text. I simply go to where I want to split it, hit return, and that splits it. But the problem comes when you want to split a chord line like this. If I simply put my cursor in here and hit return, I've now got this problem of having these chords left hanging here. So I would need to copy these chords, I would need to paste them in there and move things around, and the whole thing gets very, very messy. So let me put it back to the way it was before. I'll put this one back as well. And let's see how auto paging deals with this. Now I'll just point out something as I'm going along. Notice that there are blank lines between the verses and the choruses. Now these are used by Power Music to decide where to split the chord sheet. It doesn't want to split it in the middle of a verse or the middle of a chorus. It will always split it on a blank line if it can. So let's see then how auto pages will deal with this chord sheet. So auto pages, you'll notice that it's split the text line here, but more importantly it's actually split the chord line as well, and it's kept the chords above the words in the right place. So it's put it into 2 pages like this. I could possibly make it a bit bigger by clicking on the font size increase, and that looks much better. The longest line is 73 characters, which is one of these lines here. If we want to make that less, we can pull this down slightly and it will reformat it, make 66 lines. Or if we wanted to change the number of lines on the page, bringing that down, again we can split it, but now we've got 4 pages, so we don't really want that. So let's bring this back up like that. Auto paging has decided this is the best way to display this chord sheet, so we just click Done, We then give the chord sheet a title. I'll just call this auto page and save that. If I go to full screen now and you look here, you'll see it's a very readable chord sheet. It's split the lines with the chords above them, keep chords in the right place above the words, and it's split it between verse 1 and chorus because there's a blank line in there. So that's Auto Pages. I hope you find it useful. You'll find lots more help videos in our help centre, and if you give us any feedback about Power Music, we're always welcome to hear what our users say about Power Music. Thank you.